I should have like sand and
Yes,
yeah.
That's scary.
Anytime you buy you're done, you weren't.
Yeah.
Our personnel, you're gonna start
Jefferson
fast.
Bello for the first time. She static, she said it's one. Static too. You joining her for Florida. She went Wednesday to Wednesday, I'm going Saturday where Florida. Or beer.
I mean, I'd like to call to order this meeting of the Broome County Industrial Development Agency of March 15th, 2023. Looking for a motion to approve the minutes of our February 15th, 2023 board meeting. Thank you, Dan. Is there a second? Thank you, Jim. Any discussion? Let's have a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We come to the part of our agenda where we have our public comment session. Anybody wishing to speak on any matter concerning the Broome County IDA, you're welcome to it. Please contain your comments to 5 minutes, if you will. Moving onward to the executive director's report. Stacy.
I will keep it brief. We did have our public hearing on March 9th in the town of Union for the project located at 4301 Watson Boulevard in the town, the former IBM Country Club site. This is a project by Conifer LaChase, the partnership of Conifer Realty and LaChase Construction to construct a roughly 75 unit workforce housing project on site. The transcript will be provided to the board. I do want to acknowledge, and we got this after the fact, the original design has changed, and at the request of the fire department, they have shifted from the original one single building model to 2 buildings, which personally the design I think works well on the site, but it was at the request of the fire and emergency services have better access. So they have made those modifications at the request of the town. They have submitted all of their site plan application. It is currently into the town, and I believe under 239 review at the county. I will provide updated renderings with the transcript. And I know we signed off on the town's intent to the lead agency for seeker. So the project is moving forward. As such, we have delayed any final approval of the benefit from us till a later date, likely April or May, just to let the town's process play out. I happened to do a tour of the Dick's Sporting Goods distribution center and e-commerce center, and had not been in that for a while. And boy, it just continues to amaze me. But what was most amazing is that the gentleman that took me through there said they are nearly at capacity with inventory. So I said, we still have some land up there. So, but they are doing very well, doing well with hiring, doing well with workforce as well, or, keeping workforce there. So it's just, again, a project that we continue to marvel at when we have the opportunity to be in there. On last Friday, well, actually early in February, we had a multi-stakeholder discussion on housing, really trying to assess need at all levels of the housing continuum. We had stakeholders there that represent supportive housing organizations to low to moderate nonprofit organizations. John represented SEP at that discussion, as well as realtors and builders, to talk about what are our housing needs long-term. And also the governor has proposed a program called the Housing Compact, which would provide some funding for municipalities looking to increase their housing inventory. The meeting went well. It did garner the attention of HCR, Homes and Community Renewal Commissioner Ruth Ann. I'm going to say that wrong.
I'll let you do
I want to do it on the record.
I struggle.
Bisnakas, who is the Commissioner of Homes and Community Renewal, who we work with very closely on a number of projects, as well as Lenny Sprill, who we work with very closely. We had another multi-stakeholder roundtable last Friday. I thought it was a good discussion. It was an opportunity to really offer our perspective from, the IDA and many other stakeholders on some of the needs to support the construction of housing through funding for infrastructure, to address the property taxes that builders, that challenge builders from buying new homes, and as well, the need to kind of move some of our affordable housing projects through more quickly. I thought it was a great discussion. We'll continue to have these conversations on housing through the course of the year. And lastly, just one sort of legislative item. The legislature's one house budgets came out. We're taking a look at those through our state association, New York State Economic Development Council. We're tracking very closely a number of items related to the work that IDAs do, some positive, some negative. There is one piece of legislation that we support. This is one that we have been on the same page with our school districts on for a number of years now. It's a piece of legislation that would allow schools to count into their tax cap growth factor any unrealized revenue from pilot payments. So currently they're restricted from using that income in their tax cap growth factor. So, the ability to include that allows them, it helps them with their tax levy. So the state association is offering a memo in support. I will share that memo with the board. There are some others that are of concern that our state association is working on that would significantly restrict the way financial assistance through pilot programs are being used right now. We're watching that one closely, but if it's something that we feel could be an issue, we will certainly bring that to the attention. I think that was all I had.
Thank you, Stacy. Any questions for Stacy? You've had the chance, hopefully, to review the internal financial report for February 28th or for the period ending the 28th. Are there any questions? Moving onward, low activity reports. Any questions on those, or Natalie, do you have anything to offer?
I don't have anything to add, John.
Thank you. Any questions for Natalie? Moving on to new business. Resolution approving the extension of the February 5th, 2021 sales and use tax exemption agreement with Bluestone Wind LLC through and including June 29th, 2023, the total of which shall not exceed $8,807,628. Stacy?
Yes, the Bluestone Wind project is requesting an extension of time for an additional 6 months to complete the Bluestone Wind project. Actually, it's in its finalization stages. Due to winter weather, a number of civil activities were put on hold. They expect to restart in spring, and they expect to bring the project into commercial operation in Q2 of this year. So this extension would enable them to utilize the assistance for activities such as site restoration. That is perfect.
Questions for Stacy? Jim, governance?
Comes forward as a motion from the governance committee.
Thank you, Jim. Is there a second? Thank you, Dan. Any discussion? Let's have a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Moving onward to number 7, resolution approving the 2022 audit of the Broome County Industrial Development Agency conducted by Insero and Company CPAs LLP. I'm going to just throw this one to you, Dan.
Comes forward as a motion to approve.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Joe. Any discussion? Many of you were here for the discussion part. Are there any questions for our auditors? Okay, looking
Like that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Okay.
Any opposed? Carried. Item number 8, resolution approving the readoption of the agency's investment and deposit policy, the purchasing policy, the property acquisition guidelines, and the property disposition guidelines with no changes.
This also comes forward The motion to approve.
Thank you, Dan. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Peter. Any discussion? Let's have a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not sure how there would be. Moving on to number 9, resolution approving the revised Broome County Industrial Development Agency's internal controls and financial accountability policy, copy of which is attached here to as Exhibit A. Dan,
There's also comes forward, motion to approve.
and there were some slight modifications to this, as I recall. Mostly titles and things of that nature. Is there a second? Thank you, sir. Any discussion? Let's have a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving onward to number 10, resolution approving a proposal from Charge Smart EV LLC for the installation of 5 EV car charging stations at the agency's office located at 5 South College Drive, Town of Dickinson, Broome County, New York, to include all materials, equipment, permits, incentive applications, project management, project design, customer support, station activation, electrical inspection fees, and engineering stamp drawings if necessary in an amount not to exceed $11,500, which fee covers the 2024 annual network plan fee in the amount of $2,500 and a 5-year parts and labor warranty in the amount of $9,000. Stacy, before we go to finance, go ahead. Tell us a little bit. Unless I'm sorry, but you want to take it and run with
It
it?
didn't come forward as a.
It did not. Thank you. Why don't you just tell me that?
The whole thing only took me.
That's the point you have to my attorney next to me. Okay, then.
That Dan.
Watch that one right.
Yes.
All right.
Good business.
Is there a need to go into executive session?
I don't have any.
I know. we can't.
Thank you, Stacy. Any old business? How about a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Is there a second?
Second.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
Let's have a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. All right.